Hey, it's Miss Alana here, working on math, getting smarter and smarter every day, just like you. Today is Wednesday, October the 10th, and in this video, I am going to go over today's daily math. So make sure that you have your graphing notebook. I have my graphing paper, and make sure that you glue it right there. All right, some of you all are like gluing it all over the page. Make sure it's in the corner, okay? All right, so let's start with number one. Please make sure that you are labeling all your questions. Some of you all are just writing answers all over the page, and I'm like, this is a hot mess. So make sure that you label number one, this is number two, this is number three, so on and so forth. All right, so bam, right here. Number one, go ahead and write that subtraction problem, 48,000, and make sure that your handwriting is nice and neat. Make sure you use all the squares in your graphing paper, okay, to write the digits inside each square. 48,000 minus 13,914. So in that last video, I already did the work, and this one we're going to do the work together. All right, so set it up just like that. And let's start subtracting. So we start in the ones place. 0, take away 4. Can we do that? Oh, no. 0. Can't take away 4 from that. So we need to borrow. Can we borrow from the 0? No. Then we can't borrow from the 0. We can borrow from the 8. So go ahead and cross out the 8, and the 8 becomes a 7. The 0 becomes a what? A 10. Some of you are not regrouping properly, so we're going to go one place at a time. Right there. And then the 0 has to borrow, so that 10 becomes a 9. And then the 0 becomes a 10. And then the last 0 has to borrow, so that 10 becomes a 9. And then the 0 in the ones becomes a 10. So this is what your work should look like if you regrouped properly. Okay, so now let's subtract 10 minus 4. 10 take away 4, that's 6. 9 take away 1, that's 9. Take away 1, that's 8. 9 minus 9, that is what? 0. And then 7 minus 3, right here. 7 minus 3 is 4, and then 4 minus 1, take away 1 is 3. And then make sure you put your comma in the right spot. I got 34,086. Now to check our work, we do the opposite operation of subtracting, which is adding. So now we need to add. And what we're adding, some of you are just adding all over the place. You're going to add your answer and the number that you subtracted. So go ahead and write that down. I am going to write that down on my paper. You can either put the 13,000 number first or the 34,000. I'm going to write 34,086 plus 13,914. Just like that. All right, go ahead and add. 6 plus 4, what's that? That's 10. Write the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 plus 1, that's 10. Write the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 plus 9, that's 10. Write the 0, carry the 1. And then I have 1 plus 4 plus 3, which is, that's 8. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. Put your comma down, and the answer is 48,000. Bam! Yep, that is correct, because look right here, 48,000, 48,000. Thumbs up if you got that right on your own. Thumbs up if now you get it because you work with me. All right, moving on to number 2. So number 2 says write all the factor pairs of 20, then list the factors in order from least to greatest. So we have the number 20. We need to think about all the factors. And a factor is what? A factor is a number that you multiply to get another number. So what numbers can I multiply to get 20? Lots of different choices, but I rather go in order. So let's go in order. We're always going to start with what? We start with 1. So go ahead and label number 2 on your paper. So we're going to start with 1. 1 times what? 1 times 20. Right here, 1 times 20. And some of you are 1 times 20 equals 20, and that's fine. All right, so there's my first factor pair. So after 1, I'm still going to go in order. I know there are other choices. After 1 is 2. Let's think, is 2 a factor of 20? Yes, because 20 is an even number, so think 2 times what? And you know your multiplication facts, so 2 times 10. 2 times 10 equals 20, right there. Now, we're still going in order, so after the number 1, after 2 is 3. Is 3 times anything 20? No, because 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 7 is 21, so nothing. 3 is not a factor. What about 4? Because after, we're going to go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about 4? Yes. 4 times what? 4 times 5. So I'm going to write 4 times 5. Now remember, we're still going in order. 4 times 5. Now, what's after 4? 5. 5's after 4, which I already did. Now, guess what? Since the 5 is already there, that means I am done. Because I can go through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yup, we already did 10. And then I do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we already did that. So it kind of goes around. And then now we put them in order. We list the factors in order. And when I put them in order, I just go right here. I go in order. Look, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. Write that down. I'm going to write that down on my paper. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Make sure that your zeros are zeros. Okay. All right, so now the next one. For 3 through 5, it says use cubes clues for 3 through 5. So cubes clues, let's start with the C step. Is circling the numbers. U, underline the keywords. B, box the question. E, eliminate unnecessary information. And S, solve and check. So for number 3, I'll read it with me. It says George bought a water bottle at a store. If the water bottle cost $7.40 and he paid with a $20 bill, how much change should he get back? All right, let's go ahead and circle the numbers. I see $7.40. I see the word 20. Go ahead and circle that. That's all I see. All right, the next step is to underline keywords. All right, so let me see. We always start with the unit. So 7.4, that's a dollar sign. You can underline the word cost. $20 bill. I'm going to underline the word paid. I'm going to underline how much. I am going to underline change. I think I'm good with that. All right, if you have any other keywords that you underline, go ahead and underline those. Next is to box the question. You can box the question. I want to highlight the question. So the question is how much change should he get back? Right there. Now eliminate any unnecessary information. I'm good with that. If there's anything that is confusing you, you can or you don't need, cross it out. And now we're going to solve and check. I remember when we solve and check, we're going to make a movie. So imagine George. Hey, George. Or it could be you. It could be someone you know, family, friend, somebody. Imagine a person named George. It could be a boy or a girl at the store. Whatever store you can think of that sells water bottles. All right. And so he bought a water bottle and looked at the price like, oh, this is $7.40. I'm going to buy this water bottle. I'm going to drink some water and stay hydrated every day. All right. So now he went to the register and now he has to do what? He has to pay. Did he pay exactly $7.40? $7.40? No. He paid $20. Oh, here you go, cashier. You can have the whole $20. Oh no, he needs change. So obviously the cashier will use the machine to figure out the change, but we're going to use the machine in our mind to calculate. What operation do we need to do to figure out change? We need to subtract, okay? So to subtract, what number goes on top? We're going to write the $20 on top. Now, write your digits in the boxes. And we need to write it like that with dollars and cents. Do you see dollars and cents? And then when we subtract $7.40, it needs to line up exactly with the decimal. Do you see the decimal I drew right there? So $7.40 lines up just like this. And nothing in the tens place. You could put a 0 in there or you can leave it blank. All right, let's subtract. 0 minus 0. Oh, forgot my line. And the subtraction symbol. All right, what's 0 minus 0? That is 0. 0 minus 4. I can't do that, so we need to borrow. What are we borrowing from? We're borrowing from the 2. So regroup from the 2. The 2 cross out the 2. The 2 becomes a 1. The 0 next to it becomes a what? That becomes a 9. No, not a 9. It becomes a 10. But then the 0 needs to borrow, so that 10 becomes a 9. And then the other 0 becomes a 10. Now the 0 in the ones place does not need to borrow because it doesn't need to borrow. So now we can subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 7, that's 2. And then bring down the 1. Don't forget your decimal point and your dollar sign. That is your unit. So the correct answer is $12.60. How can you check your work? You can check your work by adding. You can also check your work by using a calculator. Or you can double check what you did right here. Or you can check it from my work. All right, moving on to number 4. Let's read that together. It says, at Isabel's school, there are 971 students in 3rd grade. Oh, that's a lot of students. That's like way more. That's a lot of kids. 281 students in 4th grade. There weren't that many students in 4th grade. That's weird. And 919 students in 5th grade. Oh, that's weird. There are a whole bunch of students in 3rd grade and 5th grade, but 281 in 4th grade. Huh, okay. How many students were there in all 3 grades? All right, so go ahead and circle all your numbers. Circle 971. I'm going to circle 281. I'm going to circle 919. I am also going to go ahead and circle the ordinal numbers. Do you know what ordinal numbers are? Ordinal numbers are numbers that are in order. So where you see first, well, you don't see first, second, third, fourth, fifth, those are ordinal numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and circle 3rd, circle 4th, circle 5th. Oh, I see the number 3. All right. That's a bunch of numbers that we circled. We have standard form numbers, ordinal numbers, and word form numbers. All right, underline some key words. So I'm going to underline the units. So students, grade. Students, grade. Students, grade. Students, grades. I'm going to underline how many. And I'm also going to underline all. So these are all the keywords I found. If there are any other keywords you found, go ahead and underline those as well. Now the E step is to eliminate unnecessary information. I don't see any, so I'm good. I'm good on that. All right, now to solve and check. So again, when you solve and check, make a movie in your mind. So imagine Isabel. I know someone named Isabel. Do you know someone named Isabel? All right, so imagine at her school or your school, there's 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. So there's probably kindergarten, 1st and 2nd. We're just not talking about them right now. So imagine all the students in 3rd grade. Oh, 971 of them. Imagine all the students in 4th grade, 281 of them. And 919 5th grade students. When it says how many students were in all 3 grades, what do we need to do? There's a lot of kids. We're going to count all the kids. No, we're not going to count all the kids. We can. But we are going to do what operation? Adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. We are going to add. So let's set it up. Now you could put them in order that they have, or you can put them in order from greatest to least. That's what I'm going to do. Or you can do another strategy that other people like to do is they'll add 2 numbers. Then when they have the answer, add that last number. So whichever strategy you want to work out, go ahead and do that now while I'm working mine out. And then we're going to compare answers, okay? And that's how we're going to check it. So I'm going to write 971, 919, and then 281. And then I am going to add. So don't forget your addition symbol, okay? So go ahead and add. I'm going to add. You can pause the video if you want to. Make sure that you regroup or carry when you need to. And don't forget, make sure you add carefully. If you need to count on your fingers, count on your fingers. If you could do it mentally, that's fine. So that's 7, 8, 17. All right. So sometimes I do things mentally. Sometimes I use my fingers. Sometimes, I'll just draw the circles and count it. Okay, I just forgot. What's that? And then, all right, go ahead. Are you done? Are you done adding? Because I'm going to check my work on the calculator. Go ahead and add those 3 numbers. You should be done by the time I'm done checking on the calculator. Oh, bam. Okay. So I got it correct. I got right there. There's my answer. And that matches the answer that I have on my paper right there. 2,170. Oh, we forgot the unit. What's the unit? Not grades. Students. So write students. That's a lot of students. Over 2,000 students. Oh, that's a big school. That is a big school. All right, so let's do number 5. Oh, you know what? I forgot to box my question. I'm going to do that now. All right, so if you forgot to do your cubes clues, make sure that you do that. All right, let's do number 5. I'm going to read that. Read it with me. An employee at a construction site earns $8 an hour. If he works 8 hours in one day, how much money would he earn? All right, so let's go ahead and I don't see any numbers. That's because all the numbers are in word form. All right, I'm going to circle 8. 8. Okay, that's it. I just see 8 and 8. All right, go ahead and underline your keyword. So dollars and then hours goes with the other 8. See, so one is $8 and the other one is 8 hours. Let's see. Oh, you know what? There was the word 1. I didn't even see that. Day, how much, money. I would do earn, works, earns. Okay, so here are the keywords I underline. You can underline these keywords. If there are other keywords that you want to underline as well, go ahead and do that. All right, I'm not going to forget this time to box the question. How much money would he earn? All right, how much money would he earn? All right, next step, E step, eliminate any unnecessary information. If there's anything on there you don't need, go ahead and cross it out. And then last step, solve and check. So to solve and check, we're going to make a movie in your mind. All right, so an employee, who knows what an employee is? What is an employee? So an employee is a worker. So for example, I am an employee at the school. I am a worker at the school. If you, well, not you. You're not an employee. You could be like my employee because you're working in the classroom. All right. Although I don't have money to pay you. Maybe your older brother or sister maybe might work at a fast food place. They're an employee of that place. If your parents are working, they are an employee of their job. If they work for themselves, well, it's like they're an employee of their own self. All right. So an employee, a worker at a construction site. What is a construction site? They're constructing. So they could be building a house. They could be building a skyscraper. They could be fixing, well, are they fixing? No. Fixing the road? Is that construction? Yeah, I guess they could be making the road. All right. So they earn $8 an hour. So if they work 1 hour, how much do they get paid? $8. Now, this is a random question. They might earn less. They might earn more depending on their job skills, depending on how good they are, depending on their job place, depending on their experience. So when you get older and have a job, all these things matter in how much you're going to make. So the better you do, the more you get paid. The more you do well at school, the more you'll get paid. The more skills you have, the better you'll get paid. All right. So he's working 8 hours in one day. Now, you're not going to go to your job and work 1 hour. I work technically 8 hours, but like I'm here longer. So really, it's like I work more hours, maybe like 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. But that's okay. It's part of what needs to happen to get the work done. All right. And then, hold on. Where are we? All right. So he's working for 8 hours. We're trying to figure out how much money he will earn in that one day. So if he works 1 hour, that's $8. 2 hours, another $8. $8, $8, $8, $8, $8, $8. How many times? 8 times. So there are two number sentences, two equations that we can write. One is a repeated addition equation, number sentence, and another is a multiplication number sentence. I'm going to write that down. So write it with me. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, make sure you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I wrote it 5 times. 8, that's 6 plus 8, 7 plus 8. I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Now you can count 8 plus 8 plus 8. I'm not about to do that because I know my times table. Thumbs up if you know your times table. So this is the same thing as what? 8 times 8. And what is 8 times 8? What is 8 times 8? That is 64. Now, I hope you're not just taking my answer and copying my answer. You need to learn this stuff. And then I could just write the answer at the top, 64. And what is my unit? 64 what? Oh, is it dollars or hours? Look right here. The question says how much money. That tells you the unit. So the unit is not money. We're not going to say 64 monies. No, we're going to say $64. And then just write your unit. Right there, $64. All right, so we are done working on today's daily math for October, for Wednesday, October the 10th. If you have not done Tuesday, you need to go Tuesday. Do Tuesday. There is a video for that. If you want to move ahead and do Thursday and Friday, you could go ahead and do that too. All right, so until I see you next time, I love you. Mwah.